Welcome to your weekly GTLA video blog from the Georgia General Assembly. We are 37 days down and only 3 more to go. This second to the last week of the 2012 session was extremely busy. Most of the action was in House and Senate committees. The senators were trying to get representatives to pass their bills through House committees, and the representatives were trying to get Senate committees to pass their bills. A lot of bills got out of committee and will be on the floor next week, the final week of the 2012 session. We have no bad news to share, and we actually have some very good successes to share with you from this past week. The first item we want to report on is Senate Bill 506. This bill was a relatively innocuous bill coming out of the Senate, but then the chairwoman of the House Health Committee decided she wanted to turn that bill into something that would immunize all medical interns and medical residents, as well as the teaching hospitals where they practice, for any harm done to any patients by interns or residents. We initiated an action alert, a very targeted action alert, and got several of you to reach out to members of this committee and to let them know how bad the bill was and to urge them to oppose the bill in the form that the chairwoman was intending to pursue this week. It happened, fortunately, that the day of the committee, we had about 15 of our lawyers from Cobb, Douglas, and Gwinnett County TLAs at the Capitol. We gave them the talking points necessary to work on the bill, and they worked with your lobbying team to lobby against the bill. In no small part because of this coordinated effort, the sponsor of the bill and the chairwoman of the committee pulled the bill off the agenda, stripped it of all of the bad parts, and really inserted an entirely different bill that creates no harm for any patients. So through your good work, we were able to thwart yet another assault on the rights of Georgia patients. The second item I want to highlight from this past week was the passage of the annual update to the Workers' Compensation Act. House Bill 971 passed out of the Senate Insurance and Labor Committee this week after making an amendment to remove a controversial piece. The bill now truly is only a technical fix to a few sections of the Workers' Compensation Act and contains none of the controversial pieces that it contained when it was first introduced. Because of a lot of work by your staff and by your fellow members who serve on the State Board of Workers' Compensation's Advisory Council, this bill poses no threats to injured workers or to the rights of injured workers. That's something we work to protect against every year, and I believe we've been successful again this year in doing so. A third issue that we want to talk about is Representative Wendell Willard's continuous effort to try to allow us to have use of statewide private process servers. House Bill 1048 was successfully passed out of the Senate Judiciary Committee this week. That bill would allow appointments of statewide private process servers and would remove the sheriff's veto that they currently have that has been an obstacle to your ability to use private process servers in various counties throughout the state. So we anticipate that that will be on the floor of the Senate this week and receive final passage, and we hope to have good news to report to you on that next week. As I indicated, this coming week will be the final week of the 2012 legislative session. We'll be watching closely more than 120 bills that have the potential for an amendment that could take away one of your client's rights or harm your practice of law. And so we'll be watching all of those bills to make sure that they are not amended on either the floor of the House or the floor of the Senate. The legislature will be in session all day Monday and Tuesday, and again on Thursday next week. And at the end of the day on Thursday, they will adjourn sine die, bringing an end to the 2012 legislative session. We'll be there until the final gavel to protect your clients' rights and those of your law practice. We want to thank you for all that you have done during this session to work with us and to be a resource for us so that we could be effective advocates for you. A special thank you goes out to GTLA President Jeff Pope, to our Legislative Chair Jay Sad, and to the Legislative Co-Chairs Alan Fredericks and Frank Burns. Those gentlemen have been an incredible resource for your entire lobbying team. They've been with us at the Capitol many days this week and worked with us on many nights to make sure that we could do our job on behalf of you and your clients here in Georgia. I also want to issue a particular thank you to our legislative lobbying team. Jim Collins, Jason Rooks, Wendy Clifton, Micah Gravely, and Jill Johnson have been an incredible team working day in and day out for you to make sure that your clients' rights are protected and so that you can continue serving the people of Georgia as trial lawyers. We could not have done our work without the work of those individuals and without the work of many of you here at GTLA. We look forward to continuing to work on your behalf, and we certainly will be working on your behalf this coming week, the final week of the 2012 legislative session. And we'll look forward to reporting back to you after the session ends on all that we did and all that we were able to prevent from happening to your clients and to your law practice. Thank you for joining us today.